Okay. Like I said, I recently met you at like what, a month ago. Met you
Yes.
at Chicago Fight Club, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. How do you feel about Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Well, I think right now, at least in the Midwest, there is only one game that has tournament representation, and that's Street Fighter 4. Marvel 3 has the chance, I believe, to bring a big second game back to the tournaments. Because there's games here being played, but at most local tournaments, there's only one. Anything else, like either Blaze Blue or Tekken, have under 20 people most of the time. So I think Marvel is enough of Marvel 2 to bring in the Marvel 2 crowd to play, and enough of a new game feel to keep bringing even more new players. So I think Marvel 3 will be successful in being a secondary tournament option instead of just Street Fighter 4 at the local level at least.
Okay. When you were at the Fight Club, I only saw like two of your matches and I saw flows. Who were you mostly liking the feel of as far as characters?
Well, in Marvel, I liked Blackheart. I liked the zoning of him, and Dormammu was pretty similar. He has a lot of zoning. I can't really judge because just messing around is different than sitting with hours and training on it. But from what I saw, he's got a lot of tools to annoy people, and I like being annoying. So he looked promising. Deadpool, very annoying, definitely. Probably my style as well. Keep away, or just being using abusable things in the air. He looked like he could be pretty cheap. I like cheap characters. But Doom, I played Doom in Marvel 2, probably just for the assist. He looks better. He looks better on point in this game. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. What's your thoughts about Yin and Yang and Arcade Edition?
Hard to say. I haven't looked at the videos. Depends on how the dive kick mechanics are. If the dive kicks are like Rufus, then they should have decent footsie. It depends on the speed. A lot of the normals as well. Yang looks like he'll be okay. It depends. From the few videos I saw, it looked like his dive was done pretty close off the ground in the air, and it was pretty fast. It's a little different direction than Rufus. Rufus kind of goes straight down. Yang looks like it zags at an angle just a little bit more, so it's just going to be different footsies with him. But he looks solid. It's hard. It's hard to say. There was a lot of speculation about Makoto, Dudley, and Ibuki before they came out, and most of that was wrong. So it's too hard to say until you know their invincible properties and what you can abuse with them.
Okay. Do the other fighting games that's coming out, do they look promising, like Mortal Kombat and...
I've liked Mortal Kombat, but the games have always been broken. So, and Chicago had representation in Mortal Kombat. Chicago was very good at it, but now there's no point. There's nothing in Mortal Kombat that's appealing because everything's abusable, and they went to 3D. I'm not really a big fan of 3D games. So Mortal Kombat 9 looks proper, I guess that's the word for it. It has, the X-ray attack is basically a super, and they have leader for the first time ever, from what I remember in Mortal Kombat. So you still have a block button, so I don't know how cross-ups and mix-ups are going to work, but there's no run, it looks like, so it might not be broken. It depends if it's balanced and if it's not horrible game mechanics like the other ones. But I think it has a chance. I will definitely give it a chance too, if it has.
Okay. What's your thoughts on Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
I don't know. I'm never really much of a Tekken fan, but Street Fighter Cross Tekken is the one made by Capcom, right?
Right.
It's just be interesting to see what new engine they have. Street Fighter 4 is pretty interesting engine by itself. So I believe they said they weren't going with focus attacks, so they'll be doing something else.
Okay.
Wonder if they'll revert back to others like Alpha, or if they'll do something that should be interesting.
Okay. And outside of fighting games and playing in tournaments, do you have any other hobbies?
Fishing.
Yeah.
School right now, so I don't really have much time for anything else. That's why I only play one game. It's hard to balance that. But football, fishing. For now, it's school, but just hang around with friends and just other games. I don't only play fighting games, so I like a lot of the Western RPGs like Mass Effect and things like that. Not really much else at this point until I get out of school and have more time to waste.
Okay. All right. We're gonna wrap it up because like we're at the tournament and we keep it to 10 minutes minimum. So this part of the portion is called the shout out and rant out. Shout out, you know what it is. You basically give props to people. The rant out is what's you say what's been bothering you, what's been bugging you, who's been bothering you, what's been annoying you. So I'll let you go.
Boy, that's been annoying. Jeez. I don't think we have this time length to accommodate everything.
We have all day.
Let's see. Shout outs to the Chicago crew who qualified. We'll get to see how they do. Scrimps, who's a Chun-Li player. He's in. Spriggan, Kuma player. He's in on winner's side. Scrimps is on loser's side. And then Wolfcrone, he's a Midwest player. Shout outs to him. I hope he does very well. He's a very, I believe, underrated player. Very solid, active player. Shout outs to Tupperware. His dream is to talk all the time on streams and internet, so he's going to be extremely jealous. So that'll give me some comfort. So things that are annoying, you can't really complain that much. There was a couple of tournament things like brackets getting switched. My bracket was switched around while the tournament was going. It was kind of odd, but overall, it was a little slow with the tournaments. One thing is about the Street Fighter scene is that it's always lacked consistency. Tournament efficiency, and venues, and just tournament and player turnout and things, especially locally. And that's really it'll improve. I mean, that's what it has to eventually improve upon if it wants to go bigger. It has to get a better image. So, but it's still you don't want to make it too strict or else it loses the appeal. The appeal is just to relax and have a good time. And that's what we've done.
All right, so this has been Big Shell interviewing Big Marcus. See you guys later.